Hi, this is Artisan Loom here. I'm going to be trying to attempt my first tutorial to teach you how to do my cookies and cream bracelet. This is what it looks like, but I'm going to use different colors. I'm going to use pinks and blacks because I have a different charm to put on it. I usually save the charm to put on last. Depending if it's easy to put on, I'll go ahead and put it on as I'm looming, but this one seemed to be easier to do it after the fact. Here's the back. If you choose to do it with no charm on it, that's perfectly fine, but this is what the look of it will be. Okay, so you'll need your loom to be in this kind of staggered position here. And I went ahead and, because I'm the bead queen, I tend to bead everything on the sides. So I went ahead and made up a bunch of beads, seed beads, to go on my border. And I'll show you how to string them real quick. You need a piece of, I don't know, I just used a little string that comes with beads when I buy them at Michael's. And I just fold it in half and I put it through one end. Bring them together, and then I take my little seed bead. I have a pink one, and then you put both ends through. Oops, did that wrong. I don't have my reading glasses on and I can't see from this far away. Basically, you just put them together and make sure both ends of the floss get through, and then you just push it on just like that. Okay, so I went ahead and made up about 24 of these. I'm not sure exactly, it depends on the size of your wrist, but we're going to go ahead and pick your colors. For this particular one, I picked the black and white, pearl I believe it is, and then I picked the pink sweets, and then I picked pink, glitter pink, and then I have some cylindrical black. So first we're going to start off with, let me move these out the way. We're going to start off with your black and white, and what you do is you put one going across like that. Sorry if my hands get in the way, there's really no easy way to do this for me because I'm right-handed. One to the right, left, one to the right. And I tend to hold the peg as I'm putting the band on so that it doesn't, so I don't have to go through and push all of them down as much. So then what I do here is I start using every other one with the seed bead. This is awkward. Seed bead, regular. And I'm struggling with how you guys make these tutorials. Okay, and you basically do it all the way up to the loom on both sides. So I'll show you what we do on this side. You're going to do seed bead, regular, the seed beaded one, and regular. And you're going to do this all the way up the loom. I will be back when I get to the top and show you how to close it in. Actually, basically, I forgot to tell you, I do it 2 looms length, so that I want a full wrap to go around. It's going to be 4 pegs wide. Okay, so basically you come to, let's see here, you're going to come from right here and you're going to come in and then you're going to go across. Okay, and I shall return. Okay, so I stopped right here with the beaded one, and then I'm going to go towards the center right there, and then I'm going to come in on this side and do one, and then one across the center. And that's how that part's going to go. Next, I'm going to be doing the Sweets Pink. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to make zigzags along the side. Excuse me. Oh, let me see if I can work left-handed. This is really difficult. I'm not going to be able to do it. You're going to go in from the right, and you're just going to zigzag it all the way up the loom. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you what you'll do on this side. You'll come in and you'll zigzag it on this side as well. I have a hard time working that direction, so bear with me with my hands being in the way. You should be able to follow along still with what I'm doing. And when I get to here, I will go off camera, finish up the rest of the loom. You'll go all the way down, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, this is the way that your loom should look like. Ends right there. And then we come back through, and I went ahead and made up a bunch of cylindrical black with a seed bead in the center like I showed you at the beginning. And this is what we're going to be doing. So each, it's just going to go straight across here. Just going to put one all the way up the loom, just like that. And you follow it all the way up the loom. So I'll be back. This is the way it should look all the way down the loom. We went across with the black. Okay, and the next step is going to be, I'm going to use my glitter pink, and we're going to go from this peg to there, and we're just going to zigzag it all the way up the loom, just like this. This will go pretty quick. I can probably stay with you. If you hear my dogs barking in the background, that is because we just moved into our house in Virginia. We have 2 big Catahoula Lab mixes, and I've been here for a month and a half having to walk them every night in the freezing cold, which is cold compared to Texas, and waiting on my fence to get put in. Well, they finally decided to come yesterday and put the posts in, and didn't know they were returning today to do a little bit more work, but I can't wait for that to get finished so that I don't have to walk my dogs. I can just throw them out in the backyard. Anyhow, if you hear a bunch of drilling, that's what they're doing. They put the posts in. Let me see if I can come down here to show you. And I believe the last one ends right there. Okay, let me see what's next. Okay, let's see. We're going to alternate. Okay. This one I had to look up on my computer to see what I was supposed to be doing. But basically we're going to start right here at the bottom. I'm going to come across. Now what I like to do is use my hook, just because then your bands don't get twisted. Not that the glitter ones, you have to worry about that, but I'm making like a little triangle. But sometimes that's easier. Let's see what I got to do next. Okay, then I'm going to go actually, yeah, we're going to go across this one. Apologize, I got to look at my notes. This is we're going to go across to there. So the first one was a triangle go here. Next one is a triangle going that direction. And now we're going to go, well, going across. It's just easier sometimes for me to work with. But basically you alternate going up. I guess I don't have to have it. Sometimes it's just easier for me anyhow, especially if I'm on using bands that matter whether they get twisted or not. These ones are kind of rounded, so you don't have to worry too much. But I'm going to finish that going all the way down. I'll meet you back here. I think that's all the bands that we lay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my loom around. And I believe we are going to need a cat band right here in the front on this pin. I do triple, just like Amanda and Monica or Loomy say, they just want it to be a little more secure. So I just put a cat band right there. Okay, so we're going to go in through the cat band, grab this triangle band right here from this side and put it back to itself. So this is what we're going to do. You see that? And then we're going to go in through this one because the triangle one comes right there. We're going to just grab the top one, which is the triangular band, and go like that and alternate it all the way up the loom. It's very simple as far as this goes. Okay, let me reposition myself. Really struggling with doing this. I'm so awkward. I gotta find out the best possible way this can work. But you just alternate wherever the corner of the triangle is. Let's see if I can come down a little further. You just grab the top one and you just bring it back to itself. And you do that all the way up the loom. I'll be right back. This is what your loom should look like. And let's see, the next step would be to, well, I guess we need a cat band on this bottom one too. I guess I should have realized that, put it at the beginning. I apologize for that, but you need a cat band there as well. And then you remember the zigzags we made going up the loom? That's what we're going to stitch up next. So you just get that one and pull it over to where, back onto itself. And you go up this way, to the left, go in the left, to the right, go in the right, to the left, going to the left, to the right. And you will do that as well all the way up the loom. I won't bore you by keeping you on here and doing a bunch of small talks since this is my first tutorial. I don't want to get on anybody's nerves. So I'm going to go off camera, finish the rest of this up, and show you the next step. Okay, this is how your loom should look. Okay, the next step is we're not going to do anything with these black bands that are here. So we're just going to go in from this second peg, and we're going to go through the black band. So get the one on top, the first pink one on top, and you're going to pull it back to itself. Okay, then we're going to go in and get through the second peg and get this one. Now, instead of where you would normally bring this one back onto itself, we're going to bring it forward. So we're going to pull this up and it's going to go forward. Okay, and then we're going to go back into this third peg, get the top band, and we're going to pull this down, and then we're going to go in and get the top band and pull it forward. So we're going to be doing this the same way all the way up the loom. So just remember, not the one that's going to go forward, or the one that's supposed to go back to itself going catty-cornered up, is going to go straight instead. So once again, well, let me get in here and get that top one. This pink is going to go down, and the one that's supposed to go up is the one that's going to go straight up. Okay? I'll be back. Doing the other side, but wasn't sure if you understood what to do. You're going to, let's see, that one's going to go forward. Okay, when you go catacorner down, you pull it towards itself, just like that. And then the ones that go catacornered up is where you go straight up. See that? And you do it all the way up. I'll finish it up and then I'll come right back. This is what your loom should look like so far. Okay, I believe the very last step we have now is just looping up the perimeter, and that's just very basic. You go in through the first band, go towards the left, get the bottom right. This band, the cross band that went across, that just stays. And then you just loop up the sides the entire way. Super simple. And I will show you. Everybody knows this basic step. It's a basic perimeter. And you just do it on both sides all the way down. Up the loom. All the way up. All the way up. Wow, I can't talk. So anyhow, I'll meet you towards the top to here. And we just go in here, grab that one and go up. And we do it from this side as well. And then you're going to need a C-clip, but what I do is I go in through right in here and I grab that black band and I hold it up, and I go in here and grab the other black band, pull it up, and then I put them both on the hook. And that's where I put my C-clip, which I always do at the end. I just leave it like that until I go to pull it off the loom. So I look on the side, make sure everything looks like it's been looped, which it does. And one thing people do is they're really careful about not twisting the bands. It's a good idea to be careful, but I find it doesn't matter how careful I am, they're going to twist. So I always have to fix it after the fact when it comes off the loom. Then I have to go through and beautify it. What a funny term that is. But untwist the bands and fix where the beads are and just make it all proportioned right and make it look clean. It's really not that difficult, and I'll show you in just 1 minute. Okay, so I just leave that hook up here and I grab another hook, and I always release the tension on both sides. So this is just something I do to make it easier to get off the loom. So just go through and release the sides, and you do that on both sides, and I'll meet you back. And what I do is, now that I've loosened the tension on the sides, let me pull this down. I don't know if, a lot of times I don't even like to pull it off the loom from here, but let's see if this is, yeah, see, this one will come off. What I do is, instead of pulling this way, I pull that way and then up, and then it usually lifts, see? And it's usually what I do until it comes completely off the loom. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty darn cool. So I just pull on it a bit and try to see what I can do to fix it, but that's pretty darn awesome right there. So I will just go through and I will tell you that, you know, a lot of times in the center I'll just put my hands on one side and pull the bead, but you have to be careful to try to put them in the center. See how that one's way over there? I'll grab a hold of the bead, hold of the black part and pull it, but sometimes you can actually break the band, so you have to be real careful. And I've done it plenty of times. But anyhow, you fix those all down the center. But let me just quickly show you how, you see how all these are all twisted? People have problems cleaning up their designs and get them untwisted. It's really not hard. Basically, you just take this band and you twist towards it, see? twist it, and then let go. And then there, it's untwisted. And then what I do is, well, let me see if I hold it this way, maybe it'll be easier. See how that's twisted? I grab it and I twist towards it, pull it on each side, and then it's untwisted. And then since I have a bead right there, I grab a hold of the bead with between my fingers and pull it up. And I'll do that with this one. See how that's twisted? I'll twist towards it, let it fall back, fix the bead, and then I'll make sure the one behind it looks good. And then that's basically what you do. You twist towards it until it just twist towards it. And you play around with it until you can get it exactly where you want it. So I'm going to go through and clean this up, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. At this point, I'm ready to put on my C-clip, so I'll just hold it. You know what I do? I hold it up against my chest and put it on, but since I can't do that, I'll just have to do the best I can, but I go ahead and put the C-clip on. But this is, once I get it all how I want it, this is what it looks like. So you can, if any of these pink bands were twisted, which I'm not, some of them might be, you do the same thing. You just pull on it in the direction of how you would like it to lay. I'm just going to pull these a little bit more. That's basically the cookies and cream bracelet. Now see, let's see here. Some of these got a little messed up as I was pulling on it. But that's basically how I fix it. But if you chose to put a charm on it, you could just attach it to the center like that, which is what I was going to do. I'm not sure I'm liking that pink with it though. It's kind of an off type pink. But anyhow, you would just take some clear bands and put it through kind of the holes that you see here. And then you take your hook and you come up through the design, grab the clear bands, pull it through, and then tie them off. And that's usually what I do if I don't have a pendant or another way to attach it. So a lot of times I'll wait till the end. But anyhow, that is the cookies and cream. Here's the other version in the white, which I like both. I just wanted to try the pink one in those colors. So I hope you enjoy, let's see here, making this, and hopefully I'll have a few more tutorials for some of my other original designs soon. And there you go. All right. Until next time. Take care. Bye.